Hey, what's going on, Ashley? Welcome. Stuff to talk about today. Hey. How we doing? Salute, Will. Happy Friday. Virtual wave. I love it. What's going on, Lamont? How you doing? Yeah, no videos. I was up. I went to go see Dave Chappelle last night. He was in Charlotte, North Carolina. He came, did a little surprise show. Tickets sold out in 5 minutes. Had to go ahead and get them tickets fast, and it's Dave Chappelle, man. It's fantastic. Look at them scores. You need funding. Look, I'm glad you all are here. I just got some information today from my lending team, and man, I'm gonna make some people happy today. Happy Friday. Happy love after love day. Hopefully you got some loving yesterday. If you didn't, I hope you still love yourself. And just, if nobody else loves you, Jay loves you. Man or woman, I love you. Homo though. Nothing against anybody who is, but I love you. All right. Let's get to some credit questions real quick. Let me see if I got some questions before I get into my topic today. What's going on? Smooth. Pause that. Excuse me. Still almost over this code here. What up, OJ? Good talking to you, bro. Mr. Will. Nikita. Oh, Jimmy Wright said hi. Hey. I need scores. You need scores. You need high scores? Is that what you need? But what's going on? Hey. Atif, what up? Name's up. That is so disrespectful. But please know I'm just trying to read it. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Please, I love being corrected if I'm wrong, okay? I have nothing against that. Correction brings a lot of knowledge. How fast, man, look. How fast you want funding? How about that? As long as your profile, I might have to look at some profiles here, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's gonna be a fantastic day for somebody, especially somebody today, or anybody who's watching this in the future. I will keep this live video up like I do my previous live sessions, where you can see my crooked bottom tooth and my big head in the hoodie. It's your favorite guy in the hoodie, Jay Knows Credit, checking in. Salute to everybody who's out there. 48 hours is pretty good as far as to get funding. Now, let me tell you about this exciting news right now. I'm going to be able to give you all out there who can prove your income, which is very, very important. A lot of people cannot prove their income, which sucks. But you got to understand, from a bank's perspective, they're looking at risk to reward, all right? They're not going to put themselves in a high risk, least times as possible, as much as they can help it. So keep that in mind. You do have to prove your income. You're talking about getting cash money compared to getting a credit card. All right. Total different process. Now, with getting this lending, I will go through and do the applications for you. I'll do the applications, same fee as I do for my credit cards, as far as the upfront, which is going to be $150 for me to apply to get you these lendings. Now, to get you through these applications. Now, I'm gonna go through about 5 different lending sources, but see, here's the fantastic thing about that. I will not be pulling your credit as a hard inquiry. All right, very important. Now, you can go through and apply. If you want to apply on your own, you're like, Jay, I don't need you. Well, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't need something I had to say. But if you can apply on your own, fantastic. But I got 5 sources I'm going to be taking you through to help you get funding without giving you a hard inquiry on your credit. All right, so you basically have nothing to lose on that point. All right. Also, anybody who applies and I go through your profile and I give you the green light that you're very fantastic candidate to get funding, and I am not able to give you funding. Excuse me. If I'm not able to give you funding, and this is based on a couple of things here, all right? If you tell me you make a certain amount of income, and then you don't have any proof you make that income, okay, this is not going to happen. You pay that $150 to get started, and for me to take my time and apply for all these places for you, and without giving you a hard pull on your credit, and you don't get approved, and I gave you the recommendation to net your profile, I'll refund you all of that $150 back. So you have no actual risk whatsoever. You have no risk at all. Okay, you have no hard increase. It's all soft pulls. If you give a recommendation to apply and you apply and nobody gives you any money, you didn't lose any money. You might have lost a couple minutes of your time, very few minutes. You didn't do any of the applications. I did all the applications for you, and you have no skin in the game. Okay, now that's based on me looking through your profile, or you calling and getting a a consultation with my assistant or with myself. Now, keep in mind, a consultation, there's no refund for that. That's just a consultation, all right? But now, as far as on the actual fee of applying for everything, then you don't have to worry about that. Now, how much can you get? I mean, you can get a lot. You can get 10, you can get 20, you can get 30. You can possibly get more than that. You can get approved from multiple banks. Let's say we go through the approval process, and out of 5 banks, 3 of them offer you money. Okay, so you could already be in a place where your credit is already fantastic, and you just want some leverage and some cash. Well, I can possibly help you get that done today if you want to, and you can get those offers and go ahead and get that funding done for you. So that's the news I have for today. If you've got questions about that, definitely can ask your questions. If you want to get started, give my assistant a call at 1-8333-J-KNOWS, 1-8333-J-KNOWS, 1-8333-556697. That'll put you in the game if you want to get a personal loan. All right, I know some of y'all might need one. Y'all had some Christmas expenses. You've had some first of the year things you had to get done. Maybe you need a car real quick. Maybe you want to invest in business. You need to improve your house. You got some home improvement you need to do in your house. Whatever the case may be, you don't have to explain a whole lot about what the money is for. But as long as your credit fits the profile in that as well, and do have some other lenders that will give you some even lower rates. But between 600 and 680 is good. As far as negatives, the negatives on your account will be the determining factor. Okay, how many, what's your range of negatives? Okay, so that's something I'm going to have to probably peep at, or my assistant's going to have to look at and see. Keep in mind, this is still lending. I am not the bank themselves, but because I'm, building a relationship with these banks, I'm able to kind of, see what things they're looking for and what things they're not. So as I'm filling all of these banks out, and as people are applying, for these accounts, I'll be able to see who is getting funding based on what they have. I look at their profile. Okay, this person had 4 years of a primary. They had an AU. They had 2 late payments, and they had a collection here. And the collection was this much money, was posted back at this date, and they still got approved for $15,000. Something like that. I can kind of, okay, let me go ahead and write down in my notepad and say, okay, Ashley Chalk got $15,000. She had negatives. She had here, and I can show this person got this person got that, this person got this, based on their whole entire credit profile. So you can kind of each what your chances of getting approved are. But like I said, it makes it totally risk-free for my viewers and or my subscribers. Anybody who's not subscribed, a chance to go ahead and subscribe if you like anything I'm talking about. If you think I'm ugly, you don't have to subscribe. I'm not that pretty to look at, I know. But if you like any of the information, definitely subscribe, hit the notification button. I appreciate it. Okay. And happy Friday to everybody. I know everybody's really excited because it's Friday. A lot of y'all on lunch. After your lunch, you got time to maybe go to the bathroom, hide in the bathroom for about 30 minutes until your shift gets closer to a close, and make sure they go by fast so you can get up out of there. All right. Anyway, if you have any questions on process or dealing with credit, all right. As far as proving income, I'm talking about that until I get some questions pop up. What's going on, Alex? Number one, pay stubs. Got some pay stubs. The more you got, the better. That way they can be able to see the track record of your payment history. Other than that, you want to have, if you're a business person, you want to look more on business funding, which is also coming soon. I am going through lenders for this as well. I just got this news on the personal side, and I want to go ahead and put this out there ASAP. On my business side, I got y'all coming. Don't worry, it's coming. Business funding it's gonna be lit. If you don't know what lit is, find a black friend, ask them what lit is. Okay, if you don't know, for the personal loans, you will be able to get funding, fairly fast. That's the whole point. Think about if you had a loan before. If anybody's ever had a loan before, if you had a payday loan or something like that, or it'll be pretty much the same exact thing, but the deposit, and this is my assistant, hold on one second. So my assistant's asking questions. My apologies, you all. All right, technology. I'm just going to make a move. I feel like in this room don't have the best signal right now as far as Wi-Fi in here. Okay. But let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Questions. Let me see. See, what up? Need funding, but what file do they pull from? All of them are going to pull from different files. Like I said, it's going to be 5 different lenders. Like I said, it will also be a soft pull. So, we go through different ones to see which one pulls the one you need them to. That's the one you get money from, and you'll be happy. So like I said, I'm giving y'all this news as I'm receiving it, instead of waiting and having y'all wait all this time. Some of y'all need money right now, this second. So I didn't want to sit on some information that y'all might be able to capitalize on right now. So, but as of over the weekend, as I do more things with them, talking with the manager and everything, I'll be able to know what bureaus they normally pull from. Like I said, it is 5 different lenders. So, okay. Transunion, 33K is ready. I'm sorry, 6 with primary and AU Transunion 33K. I don't understand that question, OTR. If you can just kind of reword that for me in my mind. I can't grasp what you're asking. Okay. What up, Keith? Missed that first half. Funding, man. That's all you need to know. Doing personal funding with no credit pools. Well, it'll be a soft inquiry pool, no hard inquiry pools. Let me say that. How do I get a utility bill removed from my credit report? I have a letter from that utility company stating that I owe nothing. What you want to do, Margot, is you want to send it into the credit bureaus. That's on all 3 reports. Make sure you send a certified letter to them. You can also call them on the phone. You can call them on the phone and let them know that you have proof. Sometimes they'll let you fax it as well, but you want to make sure you communicate that with the credit bureaus as soon as possible. You can call them today. If you can get through today, that'll be a blessing. But because of what time it is and what day it is, but still try to call them today so you can get them to take it off your credit report and let them know what you have, and they'll let you know the best way and fastest way to get that information to them. Okay. I have proof I make nothing as a housewife. Will this always be an issue for funding? That will be an issue, Ashley, only for personal funding. When I say personal, I mean personal loan. As far as credit card, they're going to go by household income. So you can always get credit cards, but just getting a personal loan, for the most part, majority of you, an income check to make sure that you can pay the loan back. If they don't have any guarantee you can pay the loan back, no way to gauge how they're going to get paid, then that will be an issue. There's an inquiry required max in order to get that lending. Inquiry requirement max as far as how many you have now, Eric. Like if you've already ran up a lot of hard inquiries and stuff like that. Is that what you mean? The main thing is how much have those inquiries affected your credit? Have they affected your credit as far as like where you're down? You got 17 or 33 inquiries, something like that. That should highly affect your score and highly affect your lending, because it looks like you're desperate because you've applied to way too many places. So I would say yes from normal lending that I know of. Let's see. Minimum score needed is 600, Lero. 600. Lamont Tung, buy some land. I mean, that's what people should do. Yeah. Take that money, buy some land with it. Thanks again, Fred. Yo. What's up, Fred? Yeah, Fred's got some inquiry services with me today. Make sure you fill out that job form for me, sir. Send over your information when you get a chance. Did I send that form to you? I think I sent that form to you. If I didn't, send the form. But then got a little tied up. I actually pulled up on my phone. I have it right here for you to fill this form out. And did not end up sending it to you. Fred. 1 second, pause for the cause. Do something while I'm thinking about it, because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna get tied up with 27 million phone calls and stuff. All right, let's see. 9 inquiries came off TransUnion today. Thanks, bro. From Daryl Jackson. Hey, let's get it. Hey, Daryl Jackson, send me that screenshot ASAP. Please. I use those screenshots for, for. Let me get off this Wi-Fi here too, off my phone. I don't know why it's being so slow today. Hopefully everybody can see me still. But yes, Daryl, please send me a screenshot of those inquiries being removed. Go to your Credit Karma, pull up your Credit Karma, and show them things not being there no more somewhere where I can see those. And S Credit, J Knows Credit. If you don't mind being tagged, you know what I'm saying? I'll tag you, shout you out there. I'll edit the, make sure I don't person. They see them inquiries gone. But yeah, appreciate that. You can send it to this number too, the 18333 number. You can send it to this number. You can also private message it to me, or I'm sorry, DM it to me on Instagram that those inquiries got removed. Okay, but yeah, fantastic. That's what I like to see. Them inquiries falling off. I did have another client. He only had 2 come off out of his 9, so we got to do a quick resubmission for him. But you know, that kind of thing does happen where they'll just do a couple of them and not do all of them. Or I have to just do a quick little resubmission and then get all of them back off. So that's the only little hiccup I have. And that's why I say 60 days, because it can, but that's already accounted for in my time frame. So the one skipping you, my credit needs still listening here. All right, Miss Manning. If you don't mind being specific or Pacific, what people say in my community, be Pacific. Give me some specifics about your credit, if you don't mind saying anything about that publicly, and I will try my best to see what I can do, or what credit or what things you can do on your own, or something that may benefit you more for a service that I have. You know, I'll mention that to you, or if I cannot help, I'll tell you to go somewhere else, and I'll tell you where to go. I don't mind doing that. I'm not that high and mighty. I'm not the credit god. Let's see. W2500. Brenda. Oh yeah, Brenda. God, Brenda, I know you. It's like that name, and I'm trying to put like a situation on that name right now, Brenda Owens. God, I know that name. Why do I know that name so familiar? I'm like forgetting about you. But don't curse me out, okay? I still love you. It's love week, man. It's love. Don't hate me right now. Just can't catch talk to people. Okay. I need connect. You just need a 680. Can get about 300K. Yeah, Mr. Brown. If you got something, I definitely have to do my research on them. Just because, you know, I found so many places, man, and I want to make sure that they can back up what they say. Okay, Brenda Owens, score 669, 649 in that area. Want to consolidate and looks a little extra cash in hand. And that's another thing too. I also do consolidation as well through this personal loan reference. I can do consolidations and regular personal loans. So you're hitting it right on the money. Like I said, as long your scores are good, you're just making sure that those scores in that profile lines up to where it's just not looking. I mean, it can have some negatives, but it doesn't need to have like dire negatives, if that makes sense. To where they're looking like, oh man, this person ain't gonna pay me back, so let me go ahead and back off that. Lero, you said you missed the answer. I'm not sure. I know I answered the question, but I have to scroll back up. Let me see, Lero. Minimum score needed, 600. Okay, let's see. Credit profile age. Credit on 6 with primary and AU. 6 accounts, TransUnion, 2% utilization, 33K closed and ready. It looks to be you don't have any negatives. No negatives on your thing, OTR. No negatives, no late payments. See, I see all the positive stuff, but see, I want to see the things that I want to know the things that I'm not seeing. I want to know you got any lates, you got any repos, you got bankruptcies, you got anything that's considered negative. You got 14 late payments. You got 320-day late payments type stuff, you know. Might only happen one time, but that makes a big, how much percentage is on the back end for business funding. On the business funding, that would depend on if it is credit cards or if it's actual cash money. So it'll be 4% if it's money cash. If it's credit cards, it's going to be the same 7% that I charge right now for personal credit card funding. Not going to change my fee for that. But it's going to keep it the same. Not going to raise it higher. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, speak up. I'm sorry. I try not to yell on the screen, man. I see too many people yelling already. You know, I try not to yell, you know, talking a little bit more. So my apologies. Hopefully you can hear me okay though. If not, I'll try to move the mic. And I'm sorry if y'all asking new questions right now. I'm just trying to answer the old questions as I was talking. Bear with me here. Or credit card builder loan. Man, I'm gonna have to get a secured card. Yeah, that is crazy, man. That's you know, the process of how to do a lot of the credit cards and things like that. Some of it's crazy, but there's so many like cheat codes to it and hacks to it. You just gotta figure out and know how to get that money and play the same game they're playing with you. It's funny. I got people who have no money in the bank, and they've got 50K credit cards. I know people who have no income whatsoever and have more credit cards. I actually met this lady, and I won't be long with this story, but I met this lady a couple years back, and man, she pulled her wallet out, and she just had like so many cards. And at that time, like I had like a $1 Capital One. That's all I had. I didn't have nothing else. And like she reached in her wallet, man, nice little Coach wallet, she had, and she pulled out like this stack of cards, and it was just like she was just like going through them, like which card I want to use. Let's see, this one, and man, that like blew my mind. I'm like, man, why this girl got all this credit? Why she got all these credit cards and stuff like that? And at that time, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about getting a lot of credit cards and all that. I was just like, man, why she got all that? That's crazy to have that much credit. And then now I hear people saying to me now, well, you don't need all that credit. You ain't got to have all those credit cards, And all that means to me is that person is not responsible. That person's not responsible enough to be able to handle that kind of responsibility. They can't handle that much money to where they know if they got it in their hand, they're probably going to spend it all and they can't pay it back. And that shows something more internal than it does show something wrong with actually having the credit. It's more of understanding that you can't possibly pay that back because yourself. You're going to probably blow it on a whole lot of crap you don't need. And if you are that person who you're just going to blow a lot of crap you don't need, you may not want to even try to apply for any credit whatsoever. Just because if you know yourself, you may not want to get yourself in no more trouble. Let's see. Hello, just joined. What we discussing today? Loans? Yep, just peace. Got them loans. Hey, bro, any advice on how to remove a repo? I disputed it twice, but now only says charged off and closed. That's from Jerome Smith. They haven't reported since March of 2018. All right. The only thing about it, if you're trying to do it yourself, Jerome, is you have to stay with it. You have to stay sending letters in. You got to change your letters up. The letters cannot be the same all the time if you're going to do it yourself. It's not going to be no 1 month, 2 month process. You're going to have to keep doing it and keep doing it. It might take you a year for it to come off, where they hit the right person at the credit bureau. Touch the right heart there. Also, change your paper. Don't write it on white paper. Put it on yellow paper, blue paper. Change the pen color. That way, a person at the credit bureau is actually going to open the letter. Okay? Because if not, it's going to get scanned by a machine and thrown in a pile and sent through an e-verification process through e-Oscar, and it's going to come back verified every time. All right? So just do it on a different sheet of paper. Keep at it. And if you need help, if you just can't get it off and you're like, man, F it, I got to make some moves, hit me up and we'll get that swept off your credit for you. All right. I have a 760 credit, phenomenal profile. How much can I get? Also have 85K income. Is 100K in funding possible? I will have to double check on that. I'm not even going to act like I know that as of yet. Like I said, this is still like breaking news as of today. To get everything to you all, I try not to even withhold information. Just this is breaking news. Can you get 100K? I think it's possible anybody can get, 100K if their scores look right, their income looks right. Now, possibly maybe not get 100K in all in one loan. Maybe able to get you, different loans with the different lenders. But why not? Let's try it out. I mean, there's really no risk. There's no risk. There's only a soft pull in your credit. So why not just try it out? Okay. Let me see. Since sitting still while credit is being repaired is an issue of mine, I'm about to get set up with that $5,000 trade line. Been really playing and replaying your trade line videos. Got 4,000, soon 9,000. Fantastic. Goes to 14,000, so you can get them all if you need them. But yeah, having those primaries if you don't have any, it just helps. It really just helps. I have 2 secured loans, one from 2 different credit unions, as well as a self-lender account. They all will be paid off within the next 4 months. That is fantastic. Credit Karma is saying an account got deleted, but I still see it on my other reporting websites. Now, the reason why you might still see it, Alex, is because you didn't run a new report. I'm not saying you technically, 100% didn't, but understand that reports, like let's say you have my FICO, for example. Hopefully you don't have my FICO, but they might do theirs every 90 days when they update their reports. So you might be looking at it and seeing like, oh, well, it's not showing there. And if it's not showing there, doesn't mean that it hasn't been changed. Things haven't been removed. So if you want a new update, you probably got to pay for another update. If you want it to update sooner than it normally does, you got to pay an additional amount of money for it to update all your reports. Okay. Also, there are some delays within like 24 hours to 48 hours on different type of reporting companies. So a lot of times you'll get like an alert when you even when you apply for something. If you I have like 7 different apps on my phone, all for credit monitoring, right? So if I apply for a card, I might get an alert as soon as I apply. I get an alert on my phone. Then that's from one app, and then like hours later, I get another alert from another app. And then the next day, I'll get 3 more alerts from other apps. And then 48 hours later, I'll get 2 more alerts from 2 other apps. So everybody has their own process of alerting you of stuff. And then also everything doesn't update. So at the same exact time. So just because one thing does, you want to really wait a good 48 hours to make sure it updates everywhere. But as far as reports go, make sure if you got a service that doesn't report every single day, that you, if you're willing to, pay for that new update so you can see the new updates. Okay. Next question. I'm afraid of losing those trade lines and my score dropping. Let's see. Why would you lose those trade lines, Mr. Truth? What up, Jay? Had a question for you. How inquiry and new account sensitive is Navy Federal? Looking to get up to 40K in credit cards and personal lines. Upper 700 scores, completely clean, 6-year AOA. Okay. Navy's not very sensitive. They're not very sensitive when it comes to inquiries. They're very sensitive when it comes to a lot of negative information as far as the collections, judgment, thing like that. They're not too sensitive about inquiries. Now, how many inquiries are you talking about? Because some people say, well, I don't have a lot of inquiries. Then I pull up their profile and they've got 33 on one bureau. You know what I'm saying? And now 33, they got them on all 3 bureaus, 33, 35, 37. So they got over 100 inquiries total. So when you say, inquiries, how sensitive they are, how many are you talking about that you have? Well, make sure before you just go there and apply and then be like, you told me I could get a card. Let's see. No negatives or late. It's just 21 inquiries I got removed. Okay. Yeah, you in the game then, man. Your profile is gonna be kicking. We should definitely be able to get you some. Yo, Jay, what's going on? What's going on? All right, let's see. No problem. Everybody here for a reason. Yep, 15K student loan. Um, let's see, 4K positive. Rest closed to zero balance, but sitting 50 in collections. 2K credit cards. All right, two positive. And working on the other two. That's it. Now, Latanya, when you say you're working on the other two, does that mean that you're paying them off? Are you paying off just credit cards that are still active, or are you trying to pay off closed accounts, or are you trying to pay off collections? Make sure you don't pay off any collections unless they're giving you a letter saying that they're going to take it off your credit report. If they're not doing that, then don't pay them. Phone contact info 18333 J knows, the letter J, KNOWS. That's 18333 556697. All right, 6697. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All active. Okay, fantastic. All right, according to my reports, I have a new alias from Dallas, Texas that I have never heard of. From 11/2018, was that identity fraud? And what would you recommend? You have a new alias on your credit report. Do you have anything on your credit that you don't recognize besides just the name? Do you have any accounts that have showed up or anything like that? Because for that name, you definitely can call the credit bureaus and have them remove that name because that is not you. Okay? And that alias, make sure, because sometimes, you can do typos when you actually apply for stuff. So that could be a new name. But if it's totally off, then, just call them and get it taken off. Let's see, there's 22 total spread across the 3 bureaus, 8 on Transunion, 7 on Equifax, 7 on Experian, with a total of 6 new accounts in the last 6 months. 6 accounts in the last 6 months. That's a toughie. Now your increase aren't too crazy. Okay, your increase are in a. They're like right above the safe zone. Safe zone is like 5 and under. With them being a little bit over, I don't think they'll really have a problem with that. But these 6 new accounts, that may cause them to not give you as much money as you're looking for. But I think you're not gonna have any problems getting approved. It's just that, will they give you what you're trying to get? You might be trying to get like 20K or 40K. But I've seen from them, they like to give about 20, 25K, kind of like around their max is where they are. And it depends on the card too. Like certain cards, you can't go above certain limits. But you can get a total of 3 accounts with Navy. You can have 3 credit cards with them. So you can start off with 1, and they might give you that 20K or 15K based on where you are now. Then you come out and get another card in 3-4 months, a whole different credit card. But if you're trying to get the most money right now, the card you want to apply for is the cash rewards card. They're going to give you the most money. The second most will be the Go Rewards card. So between those 2 cards would be where I suggest you start off. Also, with the cash rewards card, they had a special going on where they had a lower interest rate. And you can just call them and make sure they still have that. But let's see. So I have more credit than income. Would that stop your process? As far as personal loans, the income is the main thing. Credit is fine, but you still need the income to qualify for a certain amount of money, But they could also give you a deal where they might say, well, we know you requested $10,000 or something like that, and instead of that $10,000, we looked at your profile. We can't give you $10,000, but we can offer you, $7,000 or whatever like that. So something like that could happen, but the income will always be an issue when it comes to lending. Nope, says a totally off name. Yep, definitely call them. Oh, yeah, we can have the credit repair service just square that away for you too. That's not a problem. All accounts from December 2018. Yeah, it might be a little soon. Might be a little soon. But like I said, I mean, if you're doing with the funding, man, like I said, there's really no risk. Like that's the thing about this. There's no risk on the loan side. And then on the Navy side, you know, if y'all plan on sticking with me for a long time, you don't have to worry about any increase. I mean, worst case scenario, you know, once my prices go back to regular prices, I mean, what you talking about $50 to remove the inquiry? I mean, that's not that big of a deal, really isn't. Putting it in hindsight, so if you feel that your credit is optimum right now and maybe going down in the future because you're making some other moves or you're going to leverage some more of your available credit to do something else, start a business or whatever like that, you need to make a move right now, go ahead and apply. The risk to you is nothing, because at least you know somebody who can, you know, get it off for you. You might know more than one person, might know me and somebody else, but at least you have that connection where you know you can get it off if you need to. How do you get into Navy Fed? Oh, let me go back one question. Hold on. Do you suggest I do those trade lines? I have the links you sent. Will that help the score go up while I'm on a mission of paying these others down? New accounts can hurt your score and help your score. You know, people will tell you that they only help. They don't always only help, because when you get a new account, it's going to bring down your average account history, and when it does that, that can hurt your score. And it's not gonna hurt your score permanently, but it will drop your score, and it'll just start going back up over time. Now, if your primary accounts, if you don't have enough, like if you don't have accounts that are in the thousands, or if you don't have enough years of history, like you might have an account that you might only have, you know, 1 year history on or 6 months of history on, you adding another line like the ones I talked about is definitely something you should do. Now, if you've already got like 5 or 10 active primary trade lines, there's no point in paying for these program cards. There's no point in that. You're just wasting your money at that point. People who are trying to have more available credit, lower the credit utilization, build their credit, or rebuild their credit. You know, that's what that's for. So if that fits the criteria for you to where it might lower your credit utilization, but then that adverse effect is where it could actually, you know, lower your credit history. It may not affect your score, you know, that much. And that's why you have those little positive negatives you might see on your Credit Karma, where it shows you like, this increased this and that decreased that, and your score might have moved only 2 points. That's one of those adverse effect moments. So positive, negative type thing, cancels out, and your score won't really move that much. But it could be worth it to you based on your credit situation, your amount of open accounts. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. Because some people tell people to do stuff all the time that they probably don't need to do. But if you have enough open primary accounts, I would suggest having around a good 2 to 4 open primary accounts that are revolving accounts. Just my personal suggestion. Not telling anybody that they have to do it like that. And if you don't have that, or if your accounts are very low, like under 1,000 or right at 1,000, a little bit over 1,000, you need more available credit, then you need to go ahead and get those. Okay? Telling you what to do without telling you what to do. Okay? Very important. Okay, how do you get into Navy Fed? You need to have military affiliation, or you need to go up in the actual branch, and you can always tell them that somebody in your family was active military, you can say your great grandfather was, and they have no way to prove that he wasn't or if he was. So that was from somebody who actually worked in the branch. They told me to tell people if they want an account, then just tell whoever works there when they come in that they had a family member who was in the armed forces. And that person may not be alive, but they can't verify that. So just telling you what I was told. All right. I do offer rapid rescoring, Isaac. If you actually go, I have a video on that, on rapid rescoring. If you can actually go, make sure you subscribe, please. Go watch that video on rapid rescoring, and then call the 1-800 number. You can get that service as well. Okay. Latanya, I'm in PenFed. CJ invited me, but I just let it sit for the future till I get my profile right. Did you already create your PenFed account? Did you already create your checking account? If you didn't, don't. But if you did, that's okay. Because the thing with PenFed is when you get PenFed, you want to try to go ahead and get the credit card as soon as you get involved, just so you can get one hard inquiry pull, because they will pull twice if you don't get your credit card within 30 days of getting their account. All right. But yes, Isaac, Mr. AKA Majestic, I like that. It's pretty cool. Hit me up about that 1-833-355-6697, and I'll see if I can get you this rapid rescoring service. We can get you done. Send me your information. We'll take care of you. Michael, MG. We are talking about whatever you want to talk about, sir, but the topic is personal loans. I am doing personal loans right now to where I'm able to give people personal loans with a score between 600 and 680. Can help you get some funding if you want that. Well, let me see here. Hold on one second. This is J Notes Credit. How can I help you?
Hey, Jay.
Hey.
Hey, this is Fred, and I want to discuss with you. Don't freak out. Wondering if I could be a project that you paid for.
Can you be a project? What do you mean?
Like I want to be the project you use organization. I'm an older woman.
Okay, I got you. Now what is your name, ma'am? Okay. Okay, Press, how did you find me?
Online.
Okay. Now, Press, I am actually doing a YouTube live session right at this moment. And what I can do... Huh? Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'll actually give you a call back here once I'm done with this live session, okay? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. All right. So she wanted to be a project. I don't know what that meant, that she wanted me to do her services for free or what that meant, but I'll find out here later on that. Okay. I appreciate that. 24/7. Mary, how do I contact you personally to talk about this loan? Just call the 1-800 number, 1-833-3-J-NOS. I'll start calling everybody who wants a service. I'll have my assistant start writing your information down, everybody who needs to get the service, and we'll start calling you today. I just want to make sure I get through my live session. And you know, I'll be available for everybody today. You'll be talking to me. You'll be talking to my assistant as well, but you'll also get to me today if you're trying to get the loans done. So I'll be basically sitting in front of the computer, typing in loan applications all night tonight and trying to eat in between. I actually ate something today. Can you believe that? I actually ate before my session. I actually had something to eat before. It's 2 o'clock, and I've eaten before 2 o'clock. Man, that's a blessing. I get so busy with getting stuff taken care of and squared away, and I appreciate that. To be appreciated. Thank you, man. There's a way to do it. I'm not sure if you can do it from how you're viewing this particular um, live session, but there is a way to do it. Actually, let me ask Mr. 24/7 Hustle. Can you comment? How are you able to leave a tip on here? I'm just not sure exactly how to do it. I'm not sure you got to be watching from the computer. Watching. Oh, there's a dollar sign. Okay, there's a dollar sign. You can actually hit that dollar sign button, Ashley, and that's my table. And I'm not sure like where that dollar sign is on your screen, but you know, that is awesome, man. I really appreciate that. But I'm sorry. Let me get back to my questions here. There we go. Understand that. That's right. That's right. I ain't taught you. I got my money right. All right. Hit my line 1-8333 J knows 1-833-556-697. Hey, we are all projects. That's why we were here. That's right. That's exactly right. Everybody's a project. But I was just confused. Like when I hear something like that, I automatically get led. Like my mind starts wandering when people say that. You know, like people ask me, like they're like, "Hey, Jay, let me ask you," and then it's never real quick. And let me ask you something else real quick, and it's never real quick. So when I hear certain things that people say before they start talking, my mind automatically starts wondering like, all right, what are they about to ask me? Because I get asked some crazy off the wall stuff, man. I get asked like, yo, man, just just clean all my credit and give me some AUs and give me some take off. Yeah, man, I'm gonna take care of you, bro. And you know, I'm like, okay, how do I know? Well, yeah, I'm in between jobs right now and everything, and not knocking that, okay, but how you gonna pay me back? Because if you don't have any money coming in, your first priority is eating and having a roof over your head with somewhere to sleep. That's like main priority when you don't have money coming in. So I'm not gonna be main priority to you for you to pay me. Your priority is gonna be make sure you can still live, eat, and sleep. I mean, that's just real talk. So, and then you still got to catch up on your own current bills and all that. I mean, I'm going to be last priorities. For me to do that would not be a very, very smart investment of my time, in my personal opinion. Um, let's go to look at these questions here. You're silly. What do I click on to give Jay a blessing on these sermons? The dollar sign on the right. I have non-increase and $30,000 in debt. Do you recommend getting the increase removed first, then credit sweep? Now, $30,000 in debt, is that all negative debt? Because all debt is not negative debt. Is that all collections and everything like that? Is that, bankruptcies? Or is that just you got credit card debt? Or you got a car loan that's not paid off yet? Because you might not need to remove that unless you're trying to buy a house and that's hurting you from buying a house. Keep in mind, if you got any accounts that's positive, you don't want to remove a positive account unless it's hurting you from buying something, which usually that buying something should be a house. If it's not a house, there's just no point in removing it if it's in good standing. Okay. Yeah, Michael. 'Cause I'm not going to see that. This is on the live chat. So Michael McCrae, just call my assistant, and we'll set up a time for you to get you started. If you're ready to get started now, my assistant can do all that stuff for you right now. So she can do that right now while we're talking. You can be watching me on the phone with her, and already getting your process started. Drake is called Super Chat. Yeah, you gotta be in Super Chat. What's the minimum length of time I need to have primary trade lines on my report to get decent funding? I like that terminology, decent funding. Decent to you, how much money is that? That's my follow-up. We're talking about, 10K or better. I prefer two years to 4 years in that range. But, if you got at least a year, that's ideal. But you got to combine that with some authorized users, though. You can't just do it by itself. You'll be able to get some funding, even without the AUs, but it won't be something substantial that you might be expecting. So the question really is, like, how much do you need? And I can tell you that. What's the minimum length of time I need to have primary trade lines? Yep, I read that in the chat to the right. Found it. Okay. YouTube take 30% of super chats. Yeah, I actually read that. They do take 30% of that. I'm like, man, they're like Apple Music, aren't they? Like taking 30% of the proceeds. Yeah, you want $50,000. You definitely, like I said, you're definitely gonna want to get those. Let me see, medication. Oh, sorry, I got another message from somewhere else. But yeah, to get $50,000 in funding, you need to definitely have 3 to 5 AUs on your profile. Like I said, 2 to 4 years is just better. It looks better, but you don't have to have that to get 50K. If you have a low amount of increase on your profile, if I apply for 15 cards and your credit score is above a 750, and that 750 score you have, you also have the power with it because you've got the AUs with it. There's no way I can't get you 50K. Like, it's just not possible that I can't get you 50K. The only way that doesn't happen is if I apply with a certain bank that needs to verify income and you don't make no freaking money. That would be the only way you don't get 50K. Because you'll probably get about 90 to 100K if you're willing to go through the whole entire process. Even having like a year of history, as long as you get those AUs with it. And not only the year, it's all about, do you have enough primaries? Like, you might only have a year, 6 months, but if you only got one, that's kind of, you might be looking at like maybe like 30,000, but if you got like, 3 or 4 3 or 4 primaries, throw some AUs on there, it's gonna be very hard for me not to hit 50K. Like, I don't normally not hit the 50K when I'm doing somebody's funding. It's very unusual. I have one client that we did. What we did 4K, 2K. Let's say 4K, 2K, 6K. That was 12. We still got one we haven't got a decision on yet. So it might be like a little bit less than 20K in funding. But this person was also in the Chexsystems, to where a lot of banks we couldn't apply for because of the Chexsystem situation. And so that hurt a lot as well with getting him certain funding. So we didn't even apply for those. So out of, well, I applied at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did five or six applications. And got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Got 4 decisions out of those 5 or 6 applications, even in with person with Chexsystems. So that's with Chexsystems. Like it's still about 20K, or a little bit under 20K. So think about that. If you look at if you don't have any problems with Chexsystems, you've got a good amount of history with some primaries. You've got a couple of AUs on your side. It's very hard to not get. Like I said, I did have a client who had no primaries, like none, and I got him $2,000 in a major credit card, not with a program card. But all they had was strictly AUs on their profile, which all I got was only 2,000. But still, a lot of people can't even get that when they put AUs on their profile because their profile is so messed up. The AUs don't really even help them enough to even get $2,000. Let's see, I have a question here. Hello, I'm checking in. I wanted to know if your credit repair also deals with the other smaller credit bureaus, or do you only clear up the major bureaus, Equifax, Transunion, and Experian? Yeah, it's we clean up the major bureaus. The smaller bureaus don't matter as much, depending on what you're trying to do. Because with the smaller bureaus, you can block them people anyway from releasing information. So there's nothing that you need to clean from up there. I might make a video just on how if you want to clean the other ones yourself. I mean, you can clean them yourself or get things off there that's reporting incorrectly. But majority of people who have problems don't really have problems with those other small bureaus. At least in my experience right now, I haven't had a lot of problems with that from my clientele. Let's see. So the 3-year AU, I have made my average 6 months. Should I get more because I have low primary age? Yes. So that's why me personally, and also my mentor, we sell trade lines and packages. And just the reason for that is because they're more effective. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to say, okay, well, a person comes here and they have money in their hand. They're like, Jay, I want 1 trade line. And I'm like, that's not going to help you as much as you think it is. That's why I sell mine in packages where you can buy more than 1. So mine start at 3. If you can't get 3, you can't get nothing if you're buying mine, because I want you to be able to go and get funding and not hope you're going to get funding. So that's my answer to that without saying anything else. Bro, I need a loan ASAP for some problems I got. Kata, I'm telling you. Kata, I'm telling you. Everybody got problems. I'm trying to solve some problems, credit-wise or money-wise. So as long as you have the income to prove, and your credit score is between 600 and 680, and your profile, your credit profile doesn't look too bad, we can get you some money. Can I get it with, say, 6 months? Yes, it is possible to get it with 6 months, as long as you got those AUs to back you up. Gotta have that backup. How much do you charge for just to get Chexsystems off? I don't do Chexsystems. I don't do Chexsystems. There are people who do. You can find them online. I just don't do them. Not my cup of tea. Let's see. I have 4 negative counts on my credit. I would like all removed. They are 4 years old. What will that cost me? That depends. Do you want traditional credit repair or do you want a credit sweep? That's going to be different prices. Traditional credit repair is $79 up front. It is then $120 per month for 6 months. If you want credit sweep, that's going to be based on your total number of accounts, which I know right now is 4. But it's also based on the type of accounts. and also based on how much debt is attached to those accounts. That's how your quote is calculated. So you have to give us a call if you want to get a quote. You can call my assistant. Her name is Dom, D-O-M as in Mary, at 1-833-556697. You get a consult, and she'll get you a price. I also have to repair my own credit, increase my credit scores to above 600. As I'm talking about, Super Queen, where were they at before you got started? Were you like in the 300s, 400s, or whatever? It's good to know like where you started at too. But listening to you, I think I'd better seek your help. How can I get started? Thanks. It depends on what you want to get started with. If you're talking about the personal loans, you just need to give me a call, but give me specifics on what you want to get started with. They were 500. Okay, that's fantastic. So you jumped at basically 100 points, so maybe 70, 80 points, whatever the case may be. That's still fantastic. Trade lines, credit repair. Okay, you need credit repair. Okay. So yeah, if you want credit repair, like I said, $79 and $120 per month for 6 months. If you want the credit sweep, which happens within 45 to 60 days, I just say 45 business days. That's going to be based on your amount of debt, your type of debt, and the amount of machine you get removed off your credit. You can get a consultation from us. Consultations are not free. Start $25 with my assistant. They are $150 with me personally. So you can get one with my assistant. She'll leave the same information I'm going to give you, and you just call and she'll take care of you that way. How much do you charge for funding? So it depends on what type of funding. If you're talking about these personal loans that we're talking about today, you're looking at 4%, be 4% on the back end. If you're looking at credit card funding, you're looking at $150 up front, 7% on the back end. All right. Let me see. And then, and because you're slightly above 600, you might be able to get a personal loan as well, Super Queen. Just depends on what that profile looks like. Yes, my assistant's number. Hopefully, you all can hear me. I need to see if I can. Unfortunately, this particular chat window does not let me type. I would definitely type to you all. It just lets me view it. But the number is 1-833-556697. Okay. Excuse me. All right. What is the interest on the personal loans? That's going to depend on your credit. All right. That can be anywhere between 11% and 21%. Okay. Which is pretty standard. How much funding could you get in personal loans? The high end. Well, I don't know if you watched my video. I've got somebody $50K before, and that's when I only had one lender. If you've seen that video of the $50K in personal funding video, that was one. Like I said, one person I got that with. So now I have 5. So the high end, I would not know yet. Like I said, I'm releasing this information as I'm getting it. I told everybody to kind of keep a lookout, and I'll be getting a lot of information on different things as I'm waiting to get some approvals and stuff. So now I got some things I'm able to go ahead and launch. Still waiting on more of these business lendings to go ahead and give me the green light, so to speak, in my John Legend voice. But just wait on it. It's coming. Everything's coming together. I have a total of 6 accounts, negative $1,300. Looking to buy home. Can you help? What should I do? Thank you very much. Hey, Mr. Steven. What I would say, Mr. Steven, is you're trying to buy a house fast, like, do you have time to do that? It's very important to know that, because if you're trying to buy a house for the next couple months, you're trying to close, then you need to get a credit sweep. If you got time to buy that house, which means you're just planning ahead, you're trying to buy a house, like, let's say you're trying to buy a house spring of 2020, all right? Don't get no sweep. You're just going to waste your money. If you don't plan on doing anything credit-wise, right now, a sweep would not be your best option for you financially to do that. Even if you've got the money, you may not want to do that because you've got so much time. The sweep is for people who are trying to get it done and out the way in a very, very fast amount of time because they're trying to accomplish a goal in the short term. You know, mainly. Now, some people just don't want to deal with none of that crap. They just want to go ahead and just pay it all off and be done with it. If that's you, that's fine. But I like people to know that they have options if they have time. Okay, so you can pay $79 up front, $120 a month, or you can get the suite, which is going to start at $800. It goes up to as high as $10,000. It really depends on what's on your credit report as far as total amount of accounts and total debts and all that. Okay. But with 6 accounts, $1,300, if that's all you have, keep in mind I'm saying that if that is all, because some people call me, they don't know. And now when I start cleaning your credit, keep in mind, if I clean your credit and you decide to not do a consultation, which is I have to do that, I'm only going to clean what you list. If there's anything else up there, I'm not even going to see it. I'm not even going to go to that account. I'm not going to open it up. I'm gonna take off exactly what you want me to take off your credit report. Okay? So that's the point of having a consultation if you're not 100% sure. If you're sure, because you know how to look at a credit report, I have no problems. But make sure that you're sure. I got a 799 Transunion score. I wait to pull my other 2 scores up before I make a move. Okay, yeah, that's what you should do, especially if it's something or somewhere where it's going to pull all your reports. You definitely want to make sure it is. Or if you're not sure about it, like if you think a certain company is going to pull a certain credit bureau, what you can do is you can put a block on the other credit bureaus from being able to pull. That way they have no choice but to pull a certain bureau. You know? Now, they may still not pull that bureau, but at least you know that, you know, you had it blocked because maybe somebody told you that they pulled this and you weren't really sure they're going to pull that credit report or not because you didn't really want an inquiry on your other reports. So you put a block on those reports. And if you get any alert that those try to be pulled, then you know that person didn't know what they were talking about, or, you know, maybe they just were mistaken. And that way you didn't get that particular report pulled. Just some quick insight there. What credit bureaus will they pull from? It's 5 different banks. They're going to pull different bureaus. I can't tell you off the top right now. I'm telling you all this as I'm getting the information. So I'm getting everything together, you know, this afternoon. And, you know, different bank. I mean, they're going to pull different things. That's why I'm dealing with 5 different banks. And they're all soft pulls. So it don't matter what they pull. I'm sure they're all going to pull different ones. Let's see. Psychics are scams. Who's going to take advice from a dude in a hoodie trying to sound smart? Shut up, dude. You probably have a 600 credit score. Man, you know... See, I pray for people like yourself, you know, because, you know, like who gets on a live feed of somebody and then automatically comments something negative to tell them to shut up. Number one, you're on YouTube looking for people to speak, you know? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand, you know. I don't understand people like that. You know, it's not even the fact of being like hurt. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh man, you stated the obvious. You're wearing a hoodie. Every video I make, I say this is your favorite guy in the hoodie, but you wouldn't know that because you're just now watching this for the first time, and you probably associate hoodies with gangsters and hoodies, and gangsters are bad and they do negative things, and you can't trust anybody in a hoodie because he doesn't wear a suit. But the suits are some of the worst people. But you know, I'm not going to teach today because some people don't want to be taught. They just want to be, you know, sad, and in their own, you know, their own way of being able to project their sadness is to project hate on other people. So, you know, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't block people. There's a reason why I don't block people, because I don't want people to think that I'm blocking people from being able to make comments, even if it's something to where they say, "Hey Jay, you know, you did my credit or you didn't, you took my money," or something like that, because I want people to see that all of my comments are coming from real people, not from people I just have family members watching my channel and commenting. I want them to know that real people are actually commenting. So, you know, I take things like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have people like that, then you're not doing something right. Like, I appreciate this kind of stuff. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, that is like the best motivation on the planet, is for somebody to come and just tell me something negative, like, you know, shut up, or this, or your clothing makes you who you are, and all these things that people have heard about in the past. But then all the folks who are successful and big time people or own the biggest companies wear like jeans or a black hood, a black turtleneck, or a black t-shirt, or, you know, shorts and flip-flops, or, you know, whatever they wear every day. um, you know, I just choose to wear a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I find it funny. I know I just shouldn't have took no time on that, but anyway, let's see. Personal loan, then get a suite, you know. Uh, let's see. That dude probably got a 400 score. You know, so hard inquiries doesn't matter for the personal loan. No, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that it won't affect you as bad as your negative accounts. Your negative accounts is what's going to be the real determining factor. Because I got 5 different places to do this soft pull. Even if that is the factor, if it comes back and saying, because you'll get, you know, information, it'll say like, this is the factor of why, and so they'll show me that factor. That factor is there. I can come back and tell you, okay, this is the factors of why they didn't approve you, and now I can fix those factors here for you, or you can fix them yourself elsewhere or whatever. But then you can come back and get the money, you know, and you're like, okay, well, it didn't cost me nothing, so keep it moving. That's the great thing about the not having to worry about that hard inquiry. Uh, what you saying that your price is too high? Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Price ain't gonna change for you. You know. Uh, one more time.
Call for extension 701 to accept. Press 1.
Hey, this is Jay Knows Credit. Currently doing a YouTube live video right this moment, and my assistant is tied up with another client. Will I be able to call you back?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
Jamil, listen.
Jamil, what's going on?
What's going on?
Oh man, I can't complain. But I'll definitely give you a call back here once I'm done with this live. If my assistant doesn't call you back first, okay?
Yeah, I was just on your line. No problem. Just leave a message, but I'll call you because I'm about to go work. I'll probably call you back if I miss you.
Okay, fantastic, sir. All right, thank you.
Cool.
All right, bye-bye. All right, sorry, pause for the calls. I want to make sure I don't miss any calls. I want people to think anything. My assistant told me she is helping a client. She's doing a consultation right now with a client. So let's see. What info do you need to get started? Get started with what? I'm sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth through questions and all that. One thing I do need to get started is I need your information. I have your information. I don't need any information from you, but I will have you fill out a form. I have a form you have to fill out. You have to sign the form, um, and we'll take it from there. Main thing right now is if you do want to get started, just call. Let's get your information. Just name, phone number. Give you a call back or give you a call at the best time to call when you get off work or something like that, and we'll go ahead and get the process started with you. Walk you through the whole meat and potatoes, what you got to do, and it's really nothing you really have to do. I'm going to do all the work really. You just need to give me the information, sign the form, and I get the work. And then within an hour, I'll give you a result. If it's not within an hour, then I'll let you know because I might say I have to do this many clients right now. So, but normally within an hour, if I don't have a lot of people to do, then you'll have an answer. I'll have to find out. Yep. I'm gonna have that taken care of for you here. I promise. We'll do all that today if you're ready today. How much for the AUs? My daughter just started college. She has no credit. I'm trying to get her score right. What does she need? All right, so Michael, what she needs first is she needs to have some AUs from you. If you already have credit cards that are in good standing or your aunts and uncles do, ask them to add her as an authorized user to help her just kind of help her history and let her ride that AU out for as long as she wants to. Okay. Yes, these will be soft pulls, Alfonso. And Derek, yes, Derek Dunklin, I'll give you a 10-second recap, maybe a 1-minute recap here in a second. Back to you, Michael. What she first needs is she needs to have some primary accounts in her name. And the way that she can get that, he says she's just starting out in college. Because she's just starting, she should be able to get a small credit card in her name to start, like a little small Capital One card or something like that. So I would start trying to, with that one inquiry, maybe apply for a small credit card for her. Somebody like Capital One, even though they're going to give her a small limit, she just needs to have a primary account on her credit. Now, if you apply for that Capital One and they don't approve her for that, stop applying. And then what you want to do is head to my video that's on the primary trade line accounts and get all those primaries that are there to help her establish. Those are all program cards. And with those programs, doesn't matter if she has credit history or not, they're going to approve her for all those credit lines. All right. But I would first start off because a lot of times when kids go to college, a lot of credit card companies are kind of in tune with that. And there are, college credit cards, like credit cards for students, and if you want to get it for her, but kind of keep track of it, that's fine too, to kind of help her with her spending. I would definitely suggest that if she does get one, kind of teach her a little bit of information on how to use it responsibly and things like that. Because, in college, for those of y'all who went to college, I didn't go, so I can't speak from experience. I speak from my wife's experiences, but things add up. You want pizza, you want something to eat, you need gas, and next thing you know, your car's at $3,000, like just like that. Or something happens to where you can't get your books for your student loan refund hasn't came in yet or whatever. You got to use your credit card. So just make sure she's responsible with it. But there are plenty of student credit cards she can find as well if she can't get the Capital One. But yeah, start with Capital One or a student credit card. And then, like I said, if that doesn't work, go through the program cards I got that'll help her build her credit, get the AUs that are around those AUs, and then she'll be able to get some more bigger major credit cards. How long do you receive the funding? The funding can be as fast as 48 hours. Be as fast as 48 hours. As long as everything is turned in, they're able to look at your information as far as your proof of income. You can go ahead and get this money. Get it done. What time we got? 3 o'clock. This is my assistant. All right. And does anybody else have any additional questions? And I'm going to go, if not, I'm going to go ahead and get myself prepared because I know somebody's going to be calling me. I know somebody's going to be calling me. I'm sure. And who was that? 24/7 Hustle. I do appreciate you, sir. Thank you for that. And yeah, no live videos over the weekend. I still will be trying to post some other videos. I meant to post another video as well. Oh, quick recap. That's what I meant to do. Quick recap. Okay, so recap on what we talked about today, or what the main topic was today was for the personal loans. I've been in the process of getting approvals for a lot of business loans for my personal funding setup. But I just got word today that I can go ahead and start doing the personal funding. With the personal funding side, I'm able to get you 4% on the back end. You can pay for $150 for the application. If I don't get any approvals for you, then I will refund you that $150 application back. If you have let me actually do a consultation to look at your profile to see if you kind of fit the criteria. If I'm wrong on what I see of you fitting the criteria, like I said, I'll refund the money back to you. There is no hard pulls. It's all soft pulls on your credit, and you don't have to worry about any risk on your behalf. So a consultation is not necessary whatsoever for it. It's not necessary. You already know what's on your credit. You know what's good. You can just tell me that. I'm just saying that if you want, then let's say you pay that amount of money, and I've advised you that you are the best candidate for this, and you don't get approved, then I'm responsible for that. So I have to give you that money back because I'm the one who told you that, yes, you should be a great candidate. You should have no problem getting approved. I go through 5 banks. Everybody tells you no. And now you're looking at me like, well, you told me I was a good candidate. I'm going to refund your money. Simple as that. Now, if you don't do the consultation and you pay that money and I apply for you, then there is no refund because I didn't give you any promises that you were going to get 100% approved based on looking at your profile. I didn't look at your profile. You just paid for me to do the application. Hopefully that makes sense and sounds fair to you all who are watching. Okay? But that's a quick recap. If you need to contact me, if you're just joining in, you need to contact me. My number is 1-8333-J-NOS. That's 1-833-556697. Gold Chaser, what's going on? I know you're gonna pop up here eventually. I just about to get out of here. I know you're gonna pop up. Yep. Since this number again is 1-8. That's also my number. It comes to me as well. As you saw, my phone was ringing. But when she's busy, it'll ring to me. But I don't like somebody to call and not get through or not get a voicemail. I try to at least answer the phone and help you out as well. It's not like I'm just having her do all of the work, but she definitely helps me with handling the bunt of my calls, for lack of a better word. But yeah, 1-833-556697. You can also text that number. There are certain Android phones who aren't able to text my phone number, I found out. I'm not sure, like some numbers can actually receive messages from me, but they can't text out to that number because of the type of Android phone they have. I'm not sure which Android that is. I do know that every iPhone can text me, but I'm not sure about every Android. Okay, so If you sent the message and the message says failed, and you sent the message to this number, it's because your Android is an Android that won't let you text 1-800 numbers. But I can receive text on this number. Okay. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and get on these lines. It's 3 o'clock. I can get a snack now because I actually ate food. Praise God. God bless y'all. God bless y'all finances. You know, credit is queen. It's your favorite guy in the hoodie. Jay knows credit. Signing off. Look for some new videos coming. I meant to drop them the other day. Got busy. I was sick. I was 100.7 as far as my temperature. I was popping Tylenol like crazy, trying to get my my fever down because I had a fever. But from my son, you know, as he got worse, I got worse. Now he's getting better, so I'm getting better now. But yeah. See y'all later. Have a great weekend. Those of y'all who need some funding, because I heard from y'all in a couple minutes or a couple of hours, or you'll think about it, and I'll hear from you in 6 months.